So, 300 million articles. That was the data set that we all been assigned to work with. And it reminds me of saying that we used to say previously that it's like problem to get to information. This was a problem, especially in the previous regime. But nowadays the problem changed. The problem isn't that we don't have information. The problem is that we have too much information and we don't know how to filter it. This is a map. We've decided to take the 300 million articles that I was talking about into and place them into a map, just so you can see geographically where which article takes place. Here, for example, on the map, this is just a demo. You can see how it may look like. Now, a map wouldn't cut it. That wouldn't be enough, right? We can all agree on that. So we decided to add a couple of more features just so you can filter actually what you see, because maybe you're interested in a fire, maybe you're interested in protests that are taking place in your country, maybe you're interested in floods. Due to that, we've added the filters. Now, why this matters? This is actually a topic for my colleague who will tell you more about it.
Okay. So why this matters and how did we build this? So we extracted the text from the API to a script. We put it into our database, chunked it, vectorized it. Then we extracted the names of the locations, and we matched those with a GeoNames database, which has the location names and their coordinates. And then we took all of that and sent it to an AI for validation. So we basically had the article text, locations, coordinates, and the title, and that got sent for validation and output us a confidence score and specific label for the locations that got extracted. So like main area of interest, mention location, and similar.
Now, this was just a way to showcase what we can do with the data, but since our topic was slightly different and that was forecasting, we decided to step things up a bit and get into probability. You've probably heard of a war that's happening right next to our borders, because I'm Slovak, but right next to, right in Europe, which is the Ukrainian war. With Ukrainian war, we decided to take one specific information and make predictions for them. Since it's very hard to forecast, for example, missile strikes on cities, because we don't know how the Russian generals will decide, we decided to predict what is the chance of a certain city in Ukraine being attacked by ground forces.
Sorry, we don't have time, so I'll just do the demo of the application. Yeah, so here's the application, as you can see. It's running. I hope you can see it well. Anyway, so this is the map. It's the extracted locations of the articles, as you can see. Here you can click on the article. On the map, it has the article title, the location extracted accurately. And here you have a search. So, for example, you can type in explosion, and it searches you the places which had articles written about them that had articles that mention explosions, basically. So, for example, this one, Taunton police officer who helped victims of home explosions speaks out, and it's in Rhode Island, and I hope and it's Rhode Island location. And we also implemented a feature for a timeline playback of the events as they happen. So, for example, you can set a date for the last month, and you get the articles as they appear on the map as they are published. So, articles that are about fire happening from beginning of February as they are getting published until the end of February, and you can visualize that on the map. And the different colored nodes are about the confidence that we had in extracting the location for the, not the location, but the topic for the article. So like the red ones are super confident for the topic being accurate to the search. And this works for example, ice raid. That's a political topic. And wait. Just a quicker. Take it to the end. Okay, so ice raid. And you get ice raids. Is that an ice raid? Yeah, it's an ice raid in Idaho. Is that Idaho? It is. Anyway. Thanks.
Okay.
Mało czasu. So, any questions?
The jury is speechless.
Did you manage to run?
This one, no, we still will have some, maybe the colleagues did, but I looked at it, I'm not, did you saw like World Monitor? It was sort of like a project from a few weeks ago. A project called World Monitor.
Yeah, I know that.
You stumbled on that, right?
I've known it for a long time, yeah.
So I feel like it makes sense to make the same sort of interface, and I like this implementation. I think it was even like Newsmatics really wanted to see the news put on map, because that's the great thing about having the large archive. So I think you did that well, yeah. And I like the presentation and the demo.
Yeah. So our main goal was to add like another dimension to all the data that is in the Newsmatics database. And I did see the World Monitor, but first I saw the Polymarket Globe Pizza Int. It's like an awesome dashboard for monitoring events as they're happening in the world, and that was the main inspiration for that. And only afterwards we stumbled on the World Monitor as we were doing the research. And for the front end, we just borrowed it. But the implementation is on us. Also, we took some inspiration from some research studies that were done like in 2026 on the same topic, and they had good results from it. So we thought, why not? It did seem to get us accurate results.
I have a question about how you get the geolocation from the articles.
Geolocation. Okay, so we extract the names of locations in the article, and then there's a GeoNames database that we downloaded and put into SQLite, and then we match those locations to the GeoNames, and it has those coordinates, and then we take the coordinates and map them on the globe map.
And is there some like confidence ranking?
The GeoNames thing, it has like alternate names, but sometimes it does happen that a location with the same name gets inputted to the place which has the same name, but it's not the same location. So like very common name city, I cannot think of any right now, but it did happen. But we did the AI for the validation, so it shouldn't get a high enough score, like the confidence of the location to, it wouldn't appear as the red dot on the map. It would be like a blue one, so it would
Okay, so if it's not, you know, you are not confident that it's the right place, it will be the blue one, so it's kind of like, okay, get it, thank you.
Also, we can just change the parameters for showing only the red ones. That's just minimum score for relevancy.
And can you please provide us some more details about how the prediction model works?
Prediction models? Yeah, so...
Okay, so the prediction model wasn't shown, but just for your information, we were using three most important parameters. The distance from the front line, that is the first one, that is the most important one. Second one was an index which we were calculating from the Newsmatics API, from the articles that we received. And the third one was a strategic index, which we basically like did on our own using AI. And just to like give you a reason for each one, the distance is the most important because a city can have like a high strategic index, there can be like a lot of information about it, but if it's 1,000 kilometers from the front line, there is actually a really small chance that it will be attacked within the next 7 days. We were only doing next 7 days and the ground attacks because we wanted to have a topic where we can pretty accurately do the prediction. Since we've only had 20 hours, we didn't have much time to do any complex model which would do like more complex predicting. Second one was the news parameter. We were basically taking out information from the headlines and from the text. We had like many keywords, for example, artillery, attack, shooting, which we ranked and added values to them. We did like value indexing. And then the third one, as I mentioned, was strategic. There are cities with different strategic, I don't know if I can say values, but with different infrastructure. Once you have a city where there's key infrastructure, for example, I don't know, let's say army bases, it's much more probable to be attacked. Or on the other hand, if there is a city with like not high strategic point, it can be also, this city can also have like a higher probability because it's weaker, right? So there were like different points of views that we were looking at, but those were the primary three ones. If that's all, thank you.